Welcome back to Sincerely Unique with your midweek tea.
Hello.
Like right there too. Yes. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. We're here.
Guess what episode this is?
Not a Wine Wednesday, although we are drinking. So,
but this is our 5th episode. If you guys haven't been counting or haven't been hearing our episodes,
our 5th episode.
I know. I'm super proud of us. And I'm gonna keep saying that, okay? Because when did we start recording last year? How many episodes did we do?
Let's look.
So we can make it into a goal.
Like how many episodes we do?
Yeah, to pass that. Be like, oh, our 6th episode.
Sincerely.
This is gonna be exciting, guys. We just I think we're moving up in life.
And last year was when we kind of like rebranded.
That's true, we did.
Okay, so 2021 we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
10 episodes. We started January 6th, January 13, January 20, January 27th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. February 3rd. So that's where we kind of slipped.
Yeah.
Because we went from, well, I guess it would just depend on the date, but yeah, February 27th, then February 3rd, then February 10th, February 24th, then March 10th, then March 17th.
What the hell? Didn't I have Juliana by then?
That's it. No, the March 17th episode was a solo episode.
Oh, okay.
So that was just me.
I remember having a child last year.
Yeah. We ended at what's your superhero power. And then I did a solo episode, and I was hoping you'd come back after that. And then we never did until January 19th.
Woo!
Hey, you know what? It happens.
I love us.
Here we are,
you guys.
Episode 5.
Yes.
This is going to be a lighter episode than last week. What are you drinking, Monique?
I'm drinking a Smirnoff. My husband still thinks I'm in high school.
Those are the ones that you're supposed to get iced, right?
I don't know.
When you find like a Smirnoff, when you find the Smirnoff like hidden somewhere and you have to get down on one knee and like drink it.
Oh yeah, and chug it.
Yeah.
So my husband bought these yesterday, and then I was like, am I in high school? Like, what makes you think I drink these? I mean, I will drink them, but it makes me bloated. I don't like it.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I'm finishing my wine from Wine Wednesday. One glass.
What do you know, you guys? She didn't finish.
I only had one glass and then I would have been finished. Although, guys, after that episode, I literally went to bed.
What a grandma.
You turn 30 and you're just like, yeah, that's it. Bedtime.
You're like, oh, it's past 9. I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go.
Mind you, though, I did not have dinner.
Because
I went straight from work
and then
filming and drinking.
Oh gosh.
So I did not eat dinner. So there's that.
Yeah, that's that's not good. You need to stop doing that.
I know.
But I know.
It just happens. So anyways.
So today we'll be talking about what big holes me and Bianca are. Just kidding.
Mostly just Monique.
No shame here. But no, today we are diving deep into slut shaming and why we think your whole phase is important. Oh, also FYI, we aren't saying what worked for us will work for everyone else. You don't need a whole phase, but it worked for us. I mean, I don't know if it worked for you. Actually, I'm just learning about this. Did it work for you?
No. I don't know.
I guess that's good because then we get to get that perspective of the whole phase. Because again, it's not for everyone, and we're not saying it's for everyone. But I don't want y'all to be breaking up with your significant other just because you think you need a whole phase, because you don't. It really just depends on the situation. So please be open-minded while listening.
Sorry. Everyone from work. One of my coworkers is at in I don't know, Mexico or something like that.
What the hell? That's so cool.
And so I just thumbs it down.
So I just thumbs it down. What a hater. What a hater. But you know what? That's exactly how Bianca is. Like, what was it the other day? Like, I posted a video of me and my husband, like, he swings me in and he kisses me. And then she writes to my post and she put ill. I'm like,
I think I said like, what did I say? I think I said like,
jealousy is a disease.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get into our slutty topic, let's get into our deep brief of the week.
Deep brief of the week.
Yeah. How are you doing, Natalie?
Excuse me, there's a fucking bookshelf there.
Was it?
Mason just bonked his head on the bookshelf. Anyway, apparently he's not doing good this week.
Your face too. You're just like, oh my God. Like, who did that?
Okay.
I thought there was a ghost or something. I was like, oh shit.
I mean,
here we go.
Our ghost episodes. Anyways. Okay, so my week has been very stressful. Stop. Has been very stressful in terms of just work being crazy busy. But other than that, I would say I'm ready to go back to work. I've been working from home this week, so it's just been kind of, and Connor was gone, and then he came home, and then he was gone again. I just need people.
Yeah, you need that like person interaction, in-person interaction. Yeah. I feel you. I can only imagine like how just, girl, I do this every day. Like, so I know how you feel.
So, I definitely, I'm not sure if I could honestly work from, I guess I could work from home if I do things that I like to do. But yeah, other than that, it's just been an okay week. And then mentally, I'm doing all right, trucking through it.
That is like the widest thing you could ever say. I'm sorry.
I mean, my dad is white, you know? Like, yeah. I've been journaling. I've had some downs. I've had some ups. You know, maybe eventually I'll talk about it. Not right now.
You guys can see how crazy she's going because she moved her office again. If you guys don't see it, she moved her office.
I know.
5th episode in, and she moved her office. We talked about it in the first episode. So I said I'm gonna count how many times you changed your office. This is the 2nd time. You need
the last. I really want one of those desks that like you can stand.
Oh yeah. My boss bought everyone at my work one because he wanted them to like, I guess, be active, not active, but more like without having to sit down and stuff.
My thing is like, this is, you can't really see it, but I sit on my knees and so my knees are starting to hurt.
Yeah.
You know, you're like at home, you don't need to be sitting
comfortably,
you know,
yeah,
you sit however you want to sit. And just my knees have been hurting and I'm like, oh no, like I just need to like stand. But if I stand, then I'm like hunched over on my desk.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I need to fix my posture because I've been finding myself going like my back is so hunched. I'm like, ew, like fix your back.
I know.
And I do yoga every day. You think that my posture would be really good? No, it's not.
So that's pretty much my week. There's not really much to like catch everyone up on. I mean, it's just been working and trying to figure out the work-life balance.
Yeah. I feel like every week you're just like, not just you, but like everyone, we just go through that, like trying to balance work again all over on Monday. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like I always have to start over on Monday with work. I'm just like, get back into the groove because I'm just like, Monday, I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm slow.
It's hard too. Like, I don't know, like if it's just because I've been watching a lot, like, you know, well, you don't know because you're not on TikTok, but on TikTok, for some reason, I feel like every time it knows what I'm thinking, it shows me videos. Like, I swear
Yeah.
to God. Even like the other day, Emily had told me that one of her wisdom teeth is like coming through. She says it doesn't hurt or anything, but it's just um like it's not coming through, but it's like it's coming through, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It's just like irritating or like I
Mhm.
don't know, like whatever. I don't know how it feels because I got all mine taken out before they came through.
Mhm.
And so she was talking about it, and then all of a sudden I'm on TikTok, and literally one of the videos that I saw was it's a funny one. This girl's like looking at her toothbrush and like as if it was a pregnancy test. So it's this whole long thing. I mean, not long because it's fucking TikTok, but like
Yeah.
it's like this whole like elaborate like video, and it's like she's
Yeah.
looking at her toothbrush and it has like a tooth on it, and then she like I can't remember like if she went to the dentist or something like that, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden it like pans to this like pregnancy announcement, but it's like the tooth. I'll have to send it to you. It's so fucking
You have
funny.
to. That sounds so funny
But
already.
I sent it to Emily because she was just talking about her stinking wisdom tooth. And so, oh yeah,
Well,
let's see if it'll show up.
let me see. Oh my gosh, I cannot. That is such a good video. That is so good. What a classic. You're gonna have
Right?
to post
Like
that so
that was
our
so
viewers
good. So,
can
anyways,
see.
like I'm just like, I just feel like TikTok is just like listening to me. And so I'm on TikTok, and it's like they're like talking about they're talking about what do they say? They're like talking about how why should we be going to a job that we don't even want to do and only have 2 days a week to
Mhm.
do what we want to do, and like that's not enough time. And then there was like another video that was showing um we only get this amount of time for ourselves out of
Mhm.
like, you know, you retire at 65, but only like they counted like the hours of
Yeah.
every single weekend from that age that they're at until they like retire.
Mhm.
And they're like, that's not enough. Like I need more. Like I need more time to like do the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's crazy. Like it is
Well,
crazy.
they I don't know if you've ever seen this video, but like there's a video of this girl who's been wanting to get like engaged. And so she's basically like goes up to her husband's phone and then she like starts saying like engagement rings, you know, getting married, stuff like that. And I think it's because your phone does listen to you. Like
But
I feel
the
like it's isn't it because of marketing or something
yeah,
like that?
it definitely does, and you can turn it off or whatever. It's still not gonna matter if you turn it off. But I was texting Emily.
Mhm.
I wasn't
Mm.
talking verbally.
Well, the government's also listening to
We all have an FBI agent that is assigned
I
to
know,
us.
it's
So.
assigned to us. I feel bad for that FBI agent. Like the stuff that he sees.
Oh my God. Imagine like you're like watching porn and like
He probably thinks I watch porn too much. He's like,
yeah,
God damn it, put that phone down.
right? Like oh man,
Oh
imagine. Like,
gosh,
oh
seriously. I'm like so embarrassed now. I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh my God, my search, you don't want to know.
yeah. Seriously.
All jokes, you guys, or not.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Anyways, so yeah, that was my week. That's my mental health this week. How are you doing?
Um, I'm doing good actually. I think last time I said I was just too distracted. So I wrote goals down this week and I actually got all my goals down for the week. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that. But sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this week was very successful. I did so much. I did what I had to do. Um, what else happened this week?
You know what you should put on your list for next week?
What?
Change your
To
fucking
change your
battery.
fucking, oh my God. How did I know you were going to say that?
I just heard it go off. That's why.
You know, when you come visit me, like in the summer or something.
Oh, in the summer. Is that right?
Well, when do you want to come visit me? You're like, never. What?
Nothing.
Did I say something?
Yeah, I don't want to visit you in the summer. I want to visit you, you know, as soon as possible.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry. I was like, did I say something? Do you still want to be my friend? You're my only friend.
No, remember, we're fake. We're best fake.
Fake.
What did he say?
Fake fucking friends.
Yeah.
Now that's
Like,
a hater.
I'm sorry. Who do you still talk to? Like,
Your friends?
yeah. What?
Who do you always want to hang out with? With me. Me. Because I'm your only friend. Anyways, guys, so my week was good. Nothing really to complain about, honestly. I'm still, you know, learning to not be too distracted, but I felt like this week was really good. Like my head was focused. I wasn't like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did get distracted, but not as bad as last week. So I think I did good this week.
So what helped you to not be so distracted this week?
I think it had to do with the list of goals that I made last Sunday. I think it made me, so when I felt like I was drifting off on social media and just scrolling, I was like, what do I have to do? And then I looked at my goals, I was like, oh shit, I haven't done this. So I'll like get to it, get it done, you know? So it was a lot of like me just trying to direct myself back to what's important, which is hard sometimes, but I feel like the list of goals really helped me and knowing what I had to do, not just like thinking in the top of my head, like, what did I have to do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And then just keep scrolling. Instead, I like had to like look at my goals and be like, oh shit, like I haven't gotten none of this done. I need to get to it. So, you know, that helped me. I don't know if it'll help anyone else, but writing your list of goals really helped me in this moment when I was being distracted. So I do recommend it.
Yeah, I do agree. Like last week I had to, that's another topic that we should talk about, is unemployment and how fucking stupid it is. And how fucking stupid it is that people live off of it. Anyways, I'm absolutely pissed off at it. It's like a long story, but I wrote on a piece of paper, like, I need to make an appointment for this like ID thing or whatever. And I stuck it on my desk to say, like, Monday comes, like, you need to do this. Well, I didn't do it Monday because Monday was chaotic. So I ended up doing it, I think Wednesday was when I did it. But even still, like, I had it on a piece of paper and I had to check it off.
Well, that's good. So you got it done.
Yeah, I got it done after waiting fucking 2 hours to meet with this person. Oh my God. And that was like a whole story. You want to hear about it? I'll tell you all about it next episode.
Stay tuned, you guys, because this is going to get real dark.
I'm just like so annoyed. Like, what you can't help somebody out? Like,
yeah.
Never am I going to apply for unemployment.
Sounds like they really just want to steal money from you so they can pay their low life. Just kidding.
Seriously though.
Anyways, you guys, my week was good. Thank you, Bianca, for your lovely story.
I still talked about what you talked about though. Like, you talked
you did. I'll read a stress less card.
Oh, I know. I was so mad that I forgot last week.
You didn't forget last week? No. You did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I was like, you did?
No, I didn't, because we hopped right into the call.
That's true.
All right. I did pick one for today, but I want to pick one for the podcast.
Okay.
All right. What do we got? We already read that one.
Oh,
I was really good at shuffling.
Oh, you're very good.
Okay. Back to basics.
Ooh, I like that.
The best things in life are free. Are they?
Are they? Because we just finished talking about the government's trying to rip us off.
When the world becomes too overwhelming, leave it all behind. Get back to the basics and escape within yourself. Pretend nothing else exists except you. What part of your body feels the safest and the calmest? Center yourself there now. Let everything fall away. Remain in the state for 8 minutes. Giving time to yourself instead of everything else allows you to recharge and reconnect with your energy and power. This will give you the gift of harmony.
Oh, I like that.
I like that one. That was really good. That's almost like meditating.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
You let it be. And
yeah, like take a moment to yourself, center yourself, find yourself, and once you do all that, then you're ready to go. Honestly, to be honest about meditation, I have not really, like, I'll meditate, but not as much as I used to be honest.
So
I'll meditate like only on Mondays for like meditation Monday, but then like after that, like I'm just like I totally forget about meditating. I don't know why.
I have been getting into EFT.
What the hell is that?
It's like emotional freedom, right? Emotional freedom.
EFT, emotional freedom
technique, I think. Let me look it up.
Emotional freedom thought. Just kidding.
No.
I
typed in EFT.
My clip does not want to stay up. Fucking clip.
I hate that. Hold on. Okay.
Doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah, emotional freedom technique. So this is when it's essentially like meditating, but you're saying affirmations to yourself while you are like tapping on like your
temples.
You have your temples, and then you say something here, and then you tap here and say something else, like I am beautiful, right? If you feel like you don't have enough like self-love, you could just be like, I am beautiful, like I am worthy, I am successful. You'll go down to like your chin, like I am successful, and then you'll go down to your collarbone area and you'll tap there and say like something else, like I love my hair or something like that,
Yeah.
And so you just do it for like a few minutes, and then like when you're done and you feel like essentially like the card where you are listening to your body and trying to see like what's kind of tense, you'll hold right here for like 2 seconds. You'll take a deep breath in, and then you'll take a deep breath out.
Oh my gosh, I need to research this because I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So it's sort of like meditating, but with meditating, we're like kind of keeping our minds free of any thoughts. Like we're either thinking of like a color or thinking of like one specific thing for like a specific amount of time. But with this one, it's like you're feeding yourself with positive affirmations, whether it's self-love or like money mindset or whatever you feel is not going good in your life. Like for example, I've been doing like I am a photographer, and like going off of like my business is going good, like I'm not going to compare myself, saying all of those things. So I feel like it's been helping a lot.
That is so cool and so interesting. I actually want to research and probably try that.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it more than meditating, because with meditating, it can be harder to actually let go of the thoughts that you have because you're sitting there in silence. But it's when you're doing EFT, you're like speaking it out loud, or you can say it in your head, but you can speak it out loud. And so it's almost getting your mind off of what like negative thoughts you might have. So like if you're thinking that you're not beautiful, like you're saying you are beautiful. So like you're already hearing it in your head, but you're hearing it like as you say it.
Yeah.
And then you're tapping. So it's almost like you're changing up like the neural pathways going on. Like you're not just changing the thought process of it, but you're also like kind of distracting yourself by like doing it too.
Yeah. Like focusing on something, which is like the tapping, and letting your mind just go there.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm actually going to try that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it this week. Cause I mean, I love meditating, but like, I felt like I meditated a lot more before than now. And maybe it's just like I just don't have time for it as much as I want to. And Mondays I usually like do cardio and then I meditate. I don't really do yoga or anything like that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that and see.
Definitely try it. Like, because I've been noticing more so here in Washington. I like, you know how, remember how when I was in North Carolina, I would always go outside and I'd sit with Mason and I would just like enjoy being outside. And I, even if it's like right before work, but I feel like here it's so dark out. Like I leave my house at 6:30 to go to work. So like, I don't want to sit outside in the dark.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get sunny until I literally get to work. And that's if the sun's out.
Don't you hate like feeling, well, now that we're not in North Carolina, just like feeling like we took it for granted, like how beautiful North Carolina was, and we're just like, meh.
Yeah. Well, we weren't really in the most like beautiful section of North Carolina.
I know we weren't, but even then, like your backyard was just like amazing. Like it was the trees, and I'm just like, oh, I miss that.
I know.
I miss the trees for sure.
I do miss that a lot. Like, because like here right now it looks like a dump because Connor is like working on it. I'm hoping it'll look nice for summer, but like it's terrible right now.
Oh gosh.
There's no grass, and if there is grass, Mason shits on it because you know he only has like
it's just not ready.
This much of grass, like
oh god, just like one little strip.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I definitely want to try that, and we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know how it goes next week.
Yeah, you should definitely try it and like look into it.
Let's get into our topic, our slutty topic.
How long does it tell you how long we've been? No, it doesn't.
I know, because we've been oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get into slut shaming, and then we'll go into why your whole face is important. Have you ever been slut shamed, my friend over here?
I would say yes and no. I would say yes, like just because when I was younger, I used to hang out with people who always wanted to have their tits hanging out, and so I felt like I needed to
have your tits out.
Yeah. And so I would like wear shirts that like showed cleavage. I'd wear like padded bras so that it could like make my boobs look bigger. And then even when I turned 21, like I still kind of acted that same way where I would dress slutty like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think it's slutty. It's just like it's really hard.
It's just a look.
Yeah. Like and so but really what was going on was that I was just self-conscious with myself. Like when you think about it, like it's just like I know that I don't have big boobs, so I had to like compensate almost like with guys with big trucks, like and so I, after like my little phase, I kind of grew out of it. Now I hate wearing bras, so
I hate wearing bras too. Like it's just, I'm not wearing a bra right now. I honestly do. And you know what? I'm also going to say, I do not like wearing underwear either.
Same.
I just hate underwear. Like,
underwear.
Why do we have to wear underwear? Anyways,
I mean, I get it, like around like your period or like right before your period, like all the gross stuff happens. You don't want to get your pants dirty, like whatever. But for the most part, it's like, why?
Yeah, why do we have to wear all this extra stuff? But yeah, I totally get you on that. Like, I feel like when I've gotten slut shamed, I wish I reacted a different way than the way that I would react it, because I was trying to convince the people who were slut shaming me that I wasn't a slut. And like I didn't have to convince them. Like if they thought I was a slut, I was a slut, like and that was like, I wish I could go back and change the way I reacted when I was being slut shamed. I was being slut shamed for carrying condoms around. But it's kind of funny because when I was in a situation where I was going to sleep with a man and asked him if he had a condom, he said no. And what do you know? I had one. And that just goes to show, because you men do not carry shit around.
No.
Like, you expect us to have it ready, which I did. But I'm just like, this is the reason why I carry condoms around, because men like you do
They're
not
just
know
not
how to protect
prepared.
themselves.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah. And I'm not just gonna, like, you know, sleep around and not be protective. I feel like that's important, is to protect yourself always. So so this guy was like slut shaming me, thinking like, oh, it's because you sleep with a lot of men. And I'm just like, no, it doesn't. It's because I like to protect myself. That's
And then, but
fine.
also you have older sisters, right?
Yeah.
So like, did you learn anything from them? Like, how much older are they from you?
So my oldest is, I'm gonna say my oldest is 2-3 years older than me. And then, yeah, she's 3 years older than me. And then my middle sister is 2 years older than me. So yeah, we're like kind of, you know, close in age, like
Yeah.
we know what's going on. But the thing is, like, I didn't really learn a lot from my oldest.
Yeah.
From my middle sister, I learned a lot too, but like, I don't think, I mean, that's not the reason why I carried condoms around.
But
You
I
know,
mean,
like,
I feel like that when you have older siblings, they're more likely to let you know, or
oh yeah, or like their stories. Yeah. Yeah. So so that was like my time of being like slut shamed. I really thought, like, at that time, like, I knew how to react, which was me being like, at that point, like, I was open, I was free, like, I didn't care what people thought of me. So my reaction to that was like more like, I wasn't trying to convince someone I wasn't a slut, but I was just like, you know, it is what it is. Like, if you don't like that I carry condoms around, that's on you, you know. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to say that it's okay to want to talk about sex. It's okay to want to have a lot of sex. It's okay to protect yourself and carry condoms around. And it doesn't make you less of a woman, but I wish I knew this when I was getting slut shamed, because again, I was always trying to convince someone I wasn't a slut. And you don't have to convince anyone. If they think you're a slut, let them think you're a slut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like slut shaming is so big nowadays. Well, I mean, it's always been big.
I feel like, I don't know, is it still?
Honestly, I mean, so back in my hometown, they did like a protest in schools, like for high schoolers, about like dress code, because girls were getting slut shamed. And so it was this big thing. Like, these girls were going out there and protesting. They were wearing like, I don't think they were wearing bras or anything, but they were wearing the clothes that they said that they can't wear. So they were out there because, you know, they were being slut shamed, saying like, you can't wear this because of this. Like, so it was a big thing back in my hometown. But I do think that slut shaming is alive and well still.
Really?
Yeah, I see it a lot, honestly.
Oh, I feel like I don't see it.
Because I'm a slut. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't really see it as much. I feel like the people that I do follow are
Mhm.
very, like, you know, the ones that are open with their body, or showing mostly, like, not provocative, but you know, like they're like posed kind of nude but covering
Yeah.
themselves. Like, I feel like I don't see, maybe I just don't read into comments or
Mhm.
anything like that either. Because I'll just like see the picture, then I'll like it and then just keep going.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like I don't really see it.
So I guess because I follow like raunchy Instagram, you know, I mean, people. So it's kind of like I see like some posts about like celebrities and stuff, and then I like to go into the comment section, and there's like a lot of people who will, like, men mostly, that like to slut shame like a woman and, you know, a photo of herself. But you know, men and ladies, but mainly men, I would say, you may be slut shaming without even realizing it, because I you know, I know a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, like, there was times where I was slut shaming someone, not
Yeah,
even realizing I was doing it.
I feel like we've all been there, like, especially in
Yeah.
high school and stuff, like, you know, talking about like girls and being like, that's not like what I would do, or like, what, that skirt's
Yeah.
super low,
Yeah,
like, you know. But
exactly. You know, you don't mean to do it, but you saying, you're like, you catch yourself like, look, I was just like straight up slut shaming her.
Yeah.
But so I actually wrote some examples I got off an online article, and we'll link that article for you, or I'll give you the information so you can link that if you guys are interested in knowing more. But this is basically this is that you may be slut shaming without even realizing it. So there's a couple of some that I found were really interesting, like blaming the girl if someone leaks a nude photo of her. I can say that I slut shamed a girl from high school because one of her photos was leaked, and I was like, ew, what a slut. And again, like we've all slut shamed someone before, and it's not my proudest moments. You know, like I've learned so much. Like, next one, sorry. Sorry. Mocking someone else's sexual practices because to you they are weird. Yeah, I've been slut shamed a lot for that.
Wait, what do you mean?
So like talking about like, oh yeah, I love anal, and then people are like, ew, like you're disgusting. Like I've been, yeah, so many times, you guys. It's
Really?
I'm sorry. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, I would say that I, for a little bit there, like I didn't talk about the things that I liked or disliked.
I did.
Yeah. Like I mean, like, because with my first boyfriend, like we didn't really do anything too outside of the norm,
Yeah.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then it accidentally happened with me and my last ex.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt really bad.
I was gonna say, can we talk more about this? But I think this is another topic.
That was the one and only time I got a UTI. Let's just say that.
Ew.
Yeah, because he put it in the wrong spot, thinking it was in a different spot. And then put it back in my vagina.
Oh my gosh.
And I got
that is so gross.
Yeah.
I'm judging you right now. Just kidding.
Why are you judging me? I was crying after it happened.
I'm kidding.
I was literally crying, and he was like, what? And I was like, you put it in the wrong spot. And it hurt really bad because it's big.
I've had it where like it accidentally slips, like where they're like fucking you hard, and then like it goes up.
Yeah,
I've had that hurts.
So that's like what happened.
Oh, okay.
But then he put it back in, and then obviously, like when you put it in your butt, that's not like clean.
Yeah,
that's how you get a UTI.
Oh, well, I didn't get a UTI, although we did have to stop because it hurt so bad because he literally just jammed it in there. Like, I'm sorry, I am not an anal lover. Just saying.
I have to be in the mood because because like when I was younger, my mom's ex-boyfriend, like that's how he like raped me, was in my butt. And so I have trauma when it comes to that.
Whoa, this is
new.
I've never heard this. You never told me.
Yeah, I told you that. I remember you read my story.
Oh, that's true. I did.
Yeah.
Are you sure it said anal though?
No, it didn't. It definitely did not. I didn't go into details.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like I never heard where he
yeah.
Well, that was a lot to take in, honestly. When he told me, I was like, well, I wasn't ready for that.
Sorry. I thought I told you like when you did read my story before I posted it. Because remember I posted it on my blog.
Well, no. Yeah, but you never like went into detail. Like I remember what happened. Like I read the blog and then we talked about actually at the park. But you didn't give me details, so I didn't know like how it happened or like where.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of that, like just whoa. Whoa.
Cheers. Oh, looks like we're gonna need to get some more.
I know. Okay, next one. Oh yeah. So yeah, I always like, well, when I'm with like girls, like I'm very open, you know me, like I don't really care talking about sex, but
I feel like we're both very open.
Oh yeah, we are very open, but you know, a lot of people aren't open with it. And that, I think we talked about like normalizing having sex talks, because a lot of people do judge you. Like you talking about sex, they automatically think like, oh, like what a slut. Like, why is she talking about that? Like, why is she so freely talking about sex? And it's just like, I really don't care. But I was, you know, slut shamed for talking about sex. And I honestly didn't care, but like you can feel the judgment and the eye rolls every time, you know, I would mention
I feel like
something.
as we get older too, that we kind of find our core people
Oh yeah.
that we're able to talk about this stuff with, so then
Mhm.
it's not as like weird.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I could
exactly.
say like there's probably 3 of my friends where like I literally could be like, yo, we just fucked, like we just did anal or whatever, and
Yeah.
like it wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Actually 4 people, because that actually happened with like another friend. We actually
Um
talked about
yeah, so
while
see,
we were
like
eating ice cream. If
it's the
you're
best type of
listening to
topic.
this, I'm not
It's the
gonna
best
say,
topic to talk about while eating ice cream.
I'm not gonna tell who it was, but if you're listening to this podcast, you my friend.
You my friend. No, same. Like you know, like my friend Thalia, she's very open about talking about sex, which I really like, because I don't, I'm not gonna say I'm not even judging, but I like to be able to be me.
Mhm,
And when I feel like I can't be me, I'm just like, I don't want to hang out with this person
mhm,
anymore.
mhm.
So next one, assuming a girl is only dressing up to impress guys all the fucking time. Like
Yeah.
seriously, it has uh, it has nothing, honestly. Like if you're a man and you're listening to this, it has nothing to do with you. It's
I
about
would
how a woman wants to feel when she's out. Like she wants to feel confident, she wants to look good for herself, not for you or any other guy.
say like going again back to high school days, or
Hmm.
even when you turn 21, I'd say like the majority of the time that I dressed the way that I did was
Hmm.
to like catch another guy's attention.
Oh.
But I think it's because of the lack of attention that I was getting with my like this my significant other that I was with.
Hmm.
And so it was almost like, well, if you're not going to give me the attention, then I'm going to go find it.
Mm, yeah. So, you know me, I like dressing up all the time. Like dressing up is my thing. I remember having like a, not a boyfriend, but a guy that I was seeing, and he was gonna stay home, and he asked me for a picture of like what I was gonna wear to go out. And then he's like, I don't like what you're wearing, like go put something else on.
Mm.
And I was like, why? Like I love what I'm wearing. And he's just like, oh, you just look like a hoe. You look like you're just trying to find another guy to fuck. And I'm like, ew.
Mm.
I'm like, we're not even dating and you're talking to me like this. Like,
Yeah.
who knows how you would be if we were in an actual relationship.
I would say like as I got older, then I realized like I am dressing to like for myself,
Oh
but
yeah.
like when you're younger, you don't really like think that way.
Yeah.
And I feel like now though, with everybody like self-love and like loving yourself and
Mhm.
being more like okay with yourself, and you don't need a man to like validate your feelings,
Oh yeah.
that more younger girls are seeing that and are like acting that way. But when I
Mhm.
was younger, like I feel like it was different.
Yeah. You were seeking validation from other men.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, you're right. Like back then, it was a lot of like, it was a big on like seeking validation from other people. Like, what do they like? What do they like to see? And that is kind of sad. And I'm so glad that, you know, girls, you know, younger than us are growing or loving themselves a lot more, for them to not have that mindset where they have to seek validation for men that don't really care about them, only want to. I'm glad that we're like at a point where we're just like, we dress up for ourselves now. Like it's not even about men. It has nothing to do with them anymore. Um, okay, so talking differently about girls who have sex than you do about guys who have sex. I mean, yeah, it's like a double standard.
Like what do you mean?
Like if a girl is like having sex a lot and she's being judged and slut shamed, while a guy is doing the same thing but he's being praised.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, I was about to say something. By the way, we are going to be doing a double standard and hopefully with our husbands. Hopefully. So
I gotta trick mine.
it's a trick.
I gotta get him drunk first.
For reals, yeah. Okay, last one. Not speaking up for each other. Hell yeah. If you see someone being slut shamed, like tear that other person who is slut shaming them into pieces.
Seriously. I don't think I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen it, but honestly I have.
Yeah, but I think I've seen it when I was young, but
Yeah.
I wasn't
Mature
I
enough.
wasn't grown enough to be like noticing or like even because I was thinking the same thing,
Yeah.
able to defend them because I wasn't in the right mindset at the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, while reading these, like I've slut shamed someone, we all have, and I'm learning to not judge others and be open to all like different lifestyles because there's just people like
Well,
different
the other thing too is like different body types. Like I've
oh yeah,
seen
body
people,
positivity.
yeah,
Or
I've seen people judge like a bigger girl wearing a crop top before, and it's just like so annoying.
yeah,
Like anybody can wear or do whatever they want. Like you don't need to be like, ew, like put that away. Like,
yes, all body types are beautiful, and if you feel comfortable in wearing like the nice cute crop top with nice short shorts, wear it. You don't need permission, validation from anyone else.
Mhm.
I think we talked about that because we did do body positivity.
We did. So I'll
Yeah.
share that in the
Mhm.
show notes.
Yeah.
Also, we are thinking about making our Zoom meetings into like a YouTube channel, just so everyone knows.
I know that's actually going to be super exciting. So yeah, you guys stay tuned for that. I feel like our content is going to get more, it's going to get like a makeover for sure.
Yeah.
A cute makeover. But yeah, also like into slut shaming, so we can finish off with slut shaming. The effect of slut shaming can also affect like girls. It can give them like anxiety, self-esteem, and then it can even cause suicide, because they're being called a hoe. I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
So when the situation happened, your trauma story,
Mhm.
did you go back to, were you in middle school or high school?
Elementary school.
Elementary school?
Yeah, it happened in elementary
Mhm.
school, probably like 5th
Oh,
grade.
I was gonna say 5th grade. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then actually, you know what, 4th grade, because I remember in 4th grade I told 2 of my like friends.
Okay.
So it happened in 4th grade, and then it didn't come out in school and like the public until
Mhm.
6th grade.
So, and were you ever slut shamed because of like your story? Because I know some people who like been sexually harassed and then when they were younger and then they get slut shamed in school, thinking that it was their fault or even putting the blame on them.
I would say no. I would say everybody who was in my life during that time,
Mhm.
as far as like school and stuff, didn't talk about it to me
Mm.
per se. Like I
Yeah.
did tell my friends about it, and they just, I mean, we're in the 4th grade.
Mhm.
They didn't know. Like they thought that like my mom's boyfriend was like a creep and like
Yeah.
kind of knew that it was happening, but
Mhm.
I think that because when I got into middle school that my classmates that were in middle school had siblings that were like older in the 8th grade. And so
Yeah.
I think that's where everything kind of came out because they would talk with each other.
Mhm.
So, but I didn't hear any conversations unless I just completely blocked it out and just don't
Yeah.
have any memory of it. But I didn't hear any conversations. Nobody really asked me about it.
Mhm.
Um, so I mean, I guess I didn't really feel like
Yeah.
I didn't feel any bad
Mhm.
juju with it.
That's very interesting, but we'll talk more about that
Yeah.
in our next episode. I mean, yeah, when we interview each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's enough about slut shaming. Don't fucking do it. Just do whatever makes you feel happy. If sleeping with people makes you happy, you do that. If dressing up like a whore makes you feel happy, go and do it. Flaunting your beautiful butt and your chest and everything you got to show
Yeah.
off. Anyway, to why our whole face is important. What do you think is what do you think is whole face?
It's really hard to tell because I didn't really have a hoe phase.
Good.
Like I had
live off your perspective.
My one and only one night stand was so traumatizing. No, okay, traumatizing is very dramatic. Was so awkward, weird, just I don't know.
Yeah. It just wasn't. I think we talked about that.
I think we did we talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah, we talked about the most like embarrassing like sex story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we talk about a lot of stuff. So if you guys want to listen to all of that, we have an episode for each and everything that we've been talking about.
We really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like that was like my one and only time, but that was I had just got out of like my second long-term relationship and I was like single, ready to mingle, not necessarily trying to find a relationship.
Oh yeah.
I was just like content with hanging out with my girlfriends, going out to the bars, going out to the clubs, like I don't know.
That technically is like your whole phase. So some will automatically judge it and think like the whole phase is like sleeping around. But your whole phase is usually to help you meet and date as many people as possible if you want. Get to know people, get to know the options available to you, being free. This doesn't always end in sex, but it can lead to that if you choose to. And that's the beauty of like your whole phase. It's about choosing what you want.
Yeah.
Being free. And I feel like that was my whole phase. Like I actually had my whole phase in 2016, the same year I met my husband.
Yeah, like the same thing like with me and Connor. Although when I was 21, I didn't go to my first bar with friends or like go out like partying all night up until like one of my other friends turned 21, and that was 5 months after my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
So then we started going out to the bars. So I would say like that was like a partially like my hoe phase.
Yeah.
But also I had just got out of a relationship and I was ready to like find another one. So as soon as I found that one, I kind of like died out.
Yeah.
So it was just literally like a few months. And then when me and him broke up, I was like at the bar again, but I wasn't necessarily going to find someone. It just so happened that I had the one night stand, and then I had
there's not a time frame of how long a whole phase can last. There's just time where it's like whether it was planned or stumbled into, through the point remains is going through this phase and could be beneficial to your current relationship. I felt like I needed my whole phase in order to know what I wanted in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I went through it. But again, you don't need to go through your whole phase to find your significant other. That's not what I'm saying. It worked for me, and that's how I feel like I stumbled across my husband and knew exactly what I wanted, and now I'm happy.
Yeah.
So I want to go over like 6 reasons why every girl needs a whole phase. Again, you guys, please, I said to listen this with an open mind. You don't need a whole phase, but these are some tips that you can, take out of this and like take it with you and probably use it if you are going through that. Okay. If you're not going through that, enjoy being loved and happy in a relationship, because I am. Okay. So number 1 is you become more in tune with your body. I agree with that. I feel like you need to, well, at that time, I had to figure out like what I liked and what I wanted and what I didn't like from other guys. Like finding myself, my inner peace.
No, not me.
No.
I would say no. Yeah, I would say that happened like while me and Connor were together.
Okay, this is perfect. I love that you said that because you don't need a whole face, and you can actually discover the tips that I'm going to tell you guys right now. Even in a relationship, like you can find yourself in a relationship. You don't have to go through this whole, you know, finding yourself and knowing what you want type of thing to like figure out what you want in a relationship. You can, like she said, discover it in a relationship. And I agree with that 100%. I really do. I mean, I had a whole phase, but I agree with what she said.
I would say that, yeah, even like in my circumstance, like I had like a couple of long-term relationships, and then I had a few people who I like had a thing with, and then I had the one night stand. So like I did learn in terms of size, like what I liked or disliked and all of that, like that worked. But I would say that like in terms of like finding what I like with myself, I'd say it was with Connor.
That's really interesting because maybe I'm sure I could have found like what I liked for myself, or like being in tune in my body with my significant other. I mean, that's not how it happened to me, but it's interesting to know, like, again, it's just a nice perspective to know that you don't need a whole face to find yourself and to be in tune with your body. You can totally find that with someone you like and someone you feel comfortable with, or someone you've grown that connection with. I'm not saying to go out there, find some random and be like, I'm in tune with my body with this first guy that I met, you know, like, I don't think it's going to happen that way, but you can definitely, it can happen even in a relationship.
Yeah.
Next one is self-confidence. I can agree with that too, because I felt like I was more confident with myself because again, it was 2016 when I had my whole phase. I was so like independent, and so like I just got my apartment, I had my job, I was going to school, like I was doing all the right things, and I just felt so like empowering knowing that I was doing all of this on my own. So every time I would go out, like my self-confidence would just like shine through the light, you know. But like my whole face really like sparked up like, confidence. I'm sure, I mean, I want to know your perspective, you know, because you didn't have a whole phase.
So I would say that when I did have my whole phase, though, it wasn't like I did not have self-confidence at all.
Okay.
What were
okay. No, go ahead.
I would say like it's hard to say. Okay. So I would say, yes, I did have self-confidence. I would, yeah, okay, yeah. I did have self-confidence when I like had it before I met Connor.
Okay.
Because like literally the day that I met Connor, I was fucking wearing a turtleneck. I was wearing like skinny jeans, and I was wearing high boots.
So you were bold as fuck.
So I was like granny style. Like, hey, granny style over here.
Give me your number.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
I wasn't dressed at all like a slut or anything, you know? Like I just so
it just goes to show that Connor loves grannies.
So true. But also this is gonna be his last year. No, not this year. No, yes, this year it's gonna be his last year being 29. Which means that's your last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Next year.
We're opposite. Yeah.
I mean, this year.
You turned 29 this year.
Yeah, this year. So on June 1st, I'm actually gonna do like a countdown until like my birthday. So I'm gonna like do a lot of do something new every month to like count down my 30s to my 30.
Oh, that's nice. That's like my video I made. I made a video of like 30 things I want to do before I turn 30.
I'm gonna look at it so I can get some ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's good to know though. So I mean, so you said you have self-confidence. So when you went up to him, you were like super like confident, even you were dressed as a granny.
Yeah, I was very confident. Like I went up to him. I mean, I was drinking too, so there was a little bit of liquid courage in there. But yeah, I went up to him and I told him I liked his shirt because before I went up to him, it was me and my friend, and she was seeing / like trying to figure out if it was going to be a thing with this one guy. And so I knew him personally. And so I had reached out to him because we had gone to dinner. We went and got there's a restaurant called Margarita's, and it's a Mexican restaurant. And so we went there for dinner, and then I was like, I want to go dancing. And she was like, okay, but like it's just the two of us. And I was like, well, why don't we ask this person? And so then I reached out to the person and I was like, hey, like, why don't you come out? And then he was like, oh, I would, but I'm with this other person. And then was like, so then I said, oh, that's fine. Like, I will dance with that person as long as like you come out, because I wanted him to come out for her. And so then he was like, okay. And so then we met up at the other place. It was like it's a bar, it's a restaurant, but after like a certain time, it turns into like a club. And so we went there, and then we were sitting in the booth, and it looked like we were all on like a double date because 2 guys, 2 girls. But I was not on a double date. I had promised the dance with the guy. Like I danced with the guy, like, you know, I had like friendly conversation, but I didn't want it to go anymore. Or didn't care for it to go anywhere. I was just like, I'm just here to hang out because I wanted my friend to hang out with this guy. And so then me and my friend were looking at the bar, and we saw Connor, and I was like, oh my God, that guy's so cute. And he had just got back from deployment. And so he was like super skinny and like had his beard was like growing in. And I was like, oh my God, like that guy's so cute. Like, what do you think? And so me and my friend were talking about Connor. And sometimes when I think somebody is like really cute, I like stare at them for a very long time, and like it's awkward and weird. Like I'm like the awkward weird girl that likes you. Like I'm just like,
oh, you're so awkward.
So we're staring at him and like talking about him, and he's wearing a plaid shirt. And so we call him Plaid Guy because we don't know what his name is. We just know his shirt is plaid. And so then we're talking about him.
As always, he always wears a plaid shirt, by the way.
I know he does. And so I think now he does it just because we call him Plaid Guy. And so then like come to find out, obviously after we have like talked and everything, Connor's side of the story is hilarious because he says he's standing at the bar, he's pissed off because stuff was going on that night where it was just like annoying and pissing him off, and he just did not want to be there. But so he was standing at the bar, and he sees us like in the booth that was like across, and he sees that literally blonde girl, brunette girl staring at me. And so that, like, I guess at one point, I don't remember this at all, but at one point he was at the bar and he noticed that we were staring at him. And so then he like looked, saw, and then was like, okay, I think they're still staring at me. Cause you know how you can feel people like staring.
Like, they're creeps.
He's like, I think these 2 girls are looking at me right now. And so then he's like holding his drink, and he like does a little like turn around to see. And so as he did, he said that we were still staring at him, which we probably were. And so anyway, so that's his side. And then my side was like, we're talking, and then I had already danced with the guy. And so I said to the guy who was seeing my friend, and I was like, are we like on a double date or something? Like, can I go up to this guy that's at the bar? Like, is this weird? And so then my friend was like, no, it's not a double date. And then the guy that she was seeing was like, well, I may have said. And I was like,
oh gosh.
No. And so the guy like was in the bathroom when this was happening. And so then I was like, so I was like, well, like, can I just like, I don't think this is a double date. And so then he was like, all right, it's not a double date. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go see this guy at the bar. So then I like look back and I see that Connor is not at the bar anymore. So then I turn back to my friend and I was like, I lost Plaid Guy. I lost him. And then I'm like looking around like the whole bar and I'm like looking, and I was like, I found him. And then she's like, okay, look, just keep watching for him. And I was like, okay. So then after the guy came back from the bathroom, I was like, I'm gonna go up to him. Like, should I go up to him? And then my friend was like, yeah, like, go ahead. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell him I like his shirt. And then I went up to Connor and I was like, I don't remember this part, but apparently I tugged his shirt, like his shirt. I don't remember.
Like if you were just a little kid.
I don't think I did. Okay.
Oh,
I don't think I did, but apparently I did. And then I was like, I like your shirt. And then he was like, thanks. I like yours. And then
I like your shirt, like, you guys. Come on.
I was like, are you single? And he was like, yes, I am. And then I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go get a drink. And so he thought that I was asking him for a drink, but I wasn't. And so he was like, okay, well, the bar's over there. And so then I was like, okay. So then I went and got water because I knew I was really drunk. And at this point, I was like, I need to go back to my car, like after I'm done, you know? So I was like, I'm going to go get water. So I went and got water. And then I found him and I was like, hey, like we should dance or whatever. And then so we danced and then that was it.
Is Connor a good dancer?
No.
He was just drunk.
Fingering me while I was dancing. Also, so we go back and sit at the booth and Connor's like, hey, I live with my parents, like I'm not trying to like, you know, just have sex with you, like you know, the whole thing, right? And I was like, okay, like no problem. He's like, well, like, do you want to come back with me? Like we can watch a movie or something. And I was like, okay, you know. And then my friend that was with me was like, yo, I'm gonna need your name, your like license number, like all the things.
Oh god. That sounds like me.
Home with you.
Yeah.
And so then I thought that Connor said he lived in Peabody, Massachusetts. It's a different town. He lived in Pelham, New Hampshire. So I thought I was going all the way to Massachusetts, like leaving New Hampshire, like yeah. And I did not have sex with him.
Wow.
We did other things, but we did not have sex.
Gosh. When I saw Gonzo, like it was on.
Nope. I was like, he told me he did not want me to go back home to have sex with him. I'm not gonna have sex with him.
Wow, you have more self-control than I do, because I was like, although to be honest, like before me and Gonzo, like when I had sex with Gonzo, like it was like months. It wasn't months, it was like a month and a half. And then I was like, I need sex.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Then so anyways, then you know I went home with him and then we fooled around, but we didn't have sex. And then the next day we were in the truck and he dropped me off at my car. Mm-hmm. And so there was a little thing on my car because I parked at the mall. Yeah. I parked overnight. Yeah. So then there was like a little ticket on my car and it had said like, you know, this is a warning, blah, 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 whatever. And so we were talking about the thing on my car and then we started talking some more and he was like, let's go on a date tonight. And so I was like, oh, okay, like, sure, no problem. Because it was Saturday. Yeah. And so then we went to a very fancy sushi place in Boston. It's called ᴜᴜᴜᴜᴜ. Yeah. And so we went there and I saw salmon on fire and it was awesome. And then I went home with him and had sex with him.
So the second date.
Yes. The second day. So whereas you were like 1 month, I was like 2 days.
I mean, yeah, but then like we haven't had seen each other, so I feel like it wasn't really like, I don't know. I knew it was on when I saw him. I was like, it is on.
No, I didn't
But
even think about it.
what?
I didn't think about it.
Well, you honestly don't. Like you just honestly, like I wasn't even thinking about it either. Like I was doing whatever I felt was gonna be good for me. And that at that time, like I wanted to have sex. So I was like, either he's gonna continue to be with me after this or not. Like that's on him. Like it has nothing to do with me.
Because
So
I was talking to like 3 guys, maybe 4 guys before I met Connor.
okay.
Like we all had like, I like tried to hang out with them, but then I kind of bailed like last minute and was like, I don't know, like it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So like we were texting like, back and forth. But it wasn't until Connor that I was like, yeah, okay, this is the one.
Yeah. You just never know. Like you really don't know like who is the one. Like it just flows, and it just like if it's meant to be, like it will be. And it's so cliche to say, but it's true. Like what's meant to be will be. Like in some like spirit universe, like things just come together and they just flow really nicely. Like yeah, you guys are gonna have problems, but it's just like it's just a not like it's hard to
Because
explain.
it worked out that he was in the army, or it still is, but like it worked out because I still enjoyed my time like alone.
Yeah.
So by him being in North Carolina, like it just felt right because I didn't feel like I had to hang out, because I know if he was back home, I would want to hang out with him like all the time.
Yeah.
And at that time, because the honeymoon phase you want to hang out with them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like it would have been the same for him too. Like we would be hanging out all the time. And then like at that point, it's like friendships kind of die because you're only seeing your significant other and all that. So it was like perfect in a sense where he was in North Carolina, I was in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
We had the long distance going, which sucked, but at the same time, like I embraced it because that meant that I could be alone. But I also like to be alone. So when he goes for training and stuff, like I'm not as sad about it as some people are, because I would rather be alone.
Yeah.
And have my
I
time.
I actually like you adapted very well. Like every time he would go to training, like you adapted so well alone. I get that too, because during my whole phase, like I needed that alone time. I loved my alone time. It just like helped me grow as a person. Like it just like how would you say it? Like I don't know. I just feel like being like it's important. It's just as it's more important to have your alone time and to be alone than a whole phase. Like being alone, just like you find who you are as a person, like you discover yourself. And I feel like I did a lot of self-discovering during my whole phase. It just I just think like your alone time is just important, just as important.
Yeah.
So
I definitely agree.
Yeah. That's good though. Like I feel like see like that's the perspective that I needed, because I'm not saying you need a whole phase, but because that was my experience, it's nice to know that and it's nice for our listeners to know that you can accomplish these things that you do alone, but with a significant other. You don't necessarily need a whole phase or your alone time. Did it work out for me? Yeah, definitely. It might work out for some other people that, your whole phase is important, but it can also be just as important as being in a relationship and, discovering yourself with a significant other. So, I'm just happy that we have two different sides of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Awesome. Okay. So we're like can't even talk. 3 more. So the next one is double standards are bullshit. Also, you guys, these are the reasons why every girl needs a whole face, but you know, you can always do this in a relationship. But I do agree, double standards are bullshit.
Like, what do you mean? Like going off
oh yeah, sorry. I completely blanked out. So you know, you can have sex with a lot of people without thinking of double standards. So like, don't what I'm saying is like, don't hold yourself back because you feel like because double standards, you know, thinking like you can't do something because it doesn't look right as a woman, but men can do it. So, you know, when girls like, you know, like, I really want to have sex with that guy, but like, it's too soon. Honestly, like, go have sex with that guy. Like, if you really want to, like, I really don't like to think like it's too soon. Like, if you really want to have sex, just have sex. Like, there's not like what is it? Like a
time frame.
A time frame, or like, you know, something telling you like it's wrong to not have sex on the first day. Like, I just think we should normalize having sex on the first date. It's okay to have sex on the first date.
Well, also like kind of basing it off of like our relationship, like with how we got married kind of quickly in a sense that if anybody had like heard like, oh my gosh, you got married at like 7 months of dating, like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that also plays a thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, kind of plays in hand with like having sex.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like you need to be dating for like 5 years before getting married, you know?
Yeah.
Like there are certain circumstances where people get married too soon, then they divorce, then whatever, you know, or even people like outgrow their love and dated for over 5 years and got married and then got divorced, you know. There isn't really a time frame, and that goes the same with like having sex. Like if you want to have sex with your
Phil said that you lose 45, don't you? Oh, 30 minutes. Only do your 30. Sorry, it was Noah again. Close my door, Noah.
God dang, Noah.
God damn it. No, but yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like there's not like you can, whatever feels right to you, like do it. Like go with your heart. That plays a big part. Like don't listen to what other people say, you know. You're gonna always follow your heart, even if it doesn't end well. At least you did what you wanted to do and not what other people wanted you to do, you know. So that's a big thing. Follow your heart, listen to what you want. If you don't want to have sex on the first date, make sure that person knows, and you don't have to do it. You know, if you don't want to get married early, you don't have to do that. Like these are all choices you guys can make on your own. And
also like don't feel like you need to wait because society shows you.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it might seem like 7 months is rushed, but it might not be rushed for that person. And so if you feel like the two of you are ready to get married, or the two of you are ready to have sex, like don't put a time frame on it because you think that society isn't going to, or society or your friends don't think that you should be doing what you're doing.
Exactly. You know, just do whatever you feel is right, and what, you know, follow your heart. Just follow your heart. It'll be okay. Okay, next one is likes versus don't like. So figuring out what you like and don't like. I mean, again,
in terms of like being in bed with someone,
I think just in general, like when what you like out of a man and what you don't like, if it's in the bedroom as well. So it can go both ways, honestly. Okay. And then the last one is this one. Yes. Your choices are now your own. And like I said this before, like, you know, if you are going through a whole phase or you're not, and you are in a relationship, your choices are your own, even if you are in a relationship. Like, you are your own person, and your choices are important, and his choices are important as well. So and then in a whole phase, like, it that's what I really loved about my whole phase, is like choosing for myself and not having to think for other people of what they want and like how they're gonna think and stuff. Like, my choices were my choices, either it was a good choice or not. Like, I still love them.
Yeah. I would say that with not necessarily my hoe phase, but with my like relationships,
Yeah.
I form to like my significant other. So for example, I was hanging out with my girlfriend when we turned 21. We started going out to the bar. And then I found my last ex, and then I kind of stopped hanging out with her, and kind of like became one with like the person that I was in a relationship with. And it sucks doing it that way because you lose out on friends. Like, and so then I lost out on my friendship because she was like, you don't go out with me anymore. You literally just like hang out with your boyfriend. Like, you're not fun anymore, and I didn't see it at the time. But like, I was very manipulated with that whole relationship. But like, it just goes to show that when you do become like in a relationship with somebody, that you still need to have your independence.
Oh yeah.
You still need to have like the time for yourself.
Yeah.
That like, you can't just be like, your life doesn't revolve around like the one person,
Yep. I definitely agree with that. You don't want to live in you don't want to have a relationship where your
only friend is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly what she said. You don't want to feel like you can't make a decision without your significant other's input. I mean, I get my husband's input on a lot of things, but am I going to do what he tells me to do? No, it's my choice. I may choose what he says and I may take it into consideration, but I'm not going to live off of what he says. I do love his input, and I only use it to, figure out what I really want in my choices. But you're your own person. You don't want to lose that in a relationship. You don't want to lose yourself in a relationship. You never want to do that. You always want to live for you, and your choices are your choices. So,
and I would say that like 100%, like, I did lose myself in every single relationship except the one that I'm in now. And that's just because of like past traumas, where like with my first boyfriend from high school, like, there was cheating, there was lying, there was this and that, and then I brought it into like the next relationship, and then there was some more of that, and then like like with Connor, like, I just was like, no, like, this is a clean slate, this is new person, I'm a new person, he's a new person. And then just like, we kind of realized that like, we are different people. Like, yes, we can be together, but then like, we are different people.
Yeah You always want to, like, it's good that you guys have like your separate, like, it's good that your husband knows that your time, like, you being in your office and him not bothering you, like, it's good. He's like not up your ass like, what are you doing, babe? Like, oh, can I sit right here behind you while you record?
Or like, what are you talking about? Or like,
what are you talking about? Yeah.
Or like, if me and you, for example, want to go out to the bar or whatever, like, there's no, okay, sure, whatever, like, that's
exactly. There's not like, there shouldn't be like anything stopping you from being you. No one should be stopping you from being you and making your own choices. There shouldn't be anyone doing that. I feel like that comes in like a lot of toxic relationship, is someone trying to control every move you make. Have we ever talked about toxicity? Toxicity, what is it? In one of our episodes.
We've talked about toxic people.
Oh, we have.
Yeah, but I do want another episode. I feel like
we should redo that one, honestly.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that's a whole different topic. I won't go further into that, but yeah, just do whatever makes you happy. don't forget your self-worth and don't forget yourself in a relationship. What?
I said, you do you, boo-boo.
You do you, boo-boo. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is it, you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. Oh, my
God. This girl's fucking high as a kite right now, and it just fucking fell on her.
Testing. Just kidding. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you guys have a good week.
Thank you for listening.
Leave us a comment.
See you next Wednesday.